The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
And welcome back. It's time for the Senior Bowl, the highlight of today's action here at the CSRA All-Star Game weekend from Evans High in Evans, Georgia. I'm John Mordo alongside Sylvester Williams. We're about ready to bring you this matchup. It's going to be the national team. They're all in black. Kicking off to the American team. They're all in white. Ball's going to go to the far side where we're bringing it up the field and getting out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So getting underway a little bit early here today. We didn't have that much of a break between this and the Junior Bowl. They want to get as much of this game in the daylight as possible. But I want to thank you for joining us here on SUVtv. As we finish this up, the American team have won the last two matchups rather convincingly, 23-8 in the Junior Bowl and 40-7 in the Underclassmen Bowl. But these are the big boys, Sylvester, the Senior Bowl. So what are we going to look at here today?
We should see some high-paced, fast-action ball. I was down there on the field talking to these guys before the game started, trying to get the numbers and everything straight. Boy, it's a lot of cockiness out there. They'll start.
They start with a flea flicker, but Latravius Holliday's got nowhere to go. Now he'll try to do a little shovel pass up the middle, and it goes out of bounds. So right out of the gate, we get a little flea flicker action from the American squad. And the American coach is Marquez Gibson. Played at Benedict, played at Laney, and he's going to be matched up with Corby Irvin. And it'll be second down at the 15.
My goodness, they started off with a little bit of trickery.
So second down from the 15. Again, American all in white, Nationals all in black. Different from the color scheme in our first game. This is a screen to Devon Crockett, and he will get it to the 25. That'll be close to the first down.
You know, I like that play. I like the design of that play. It was a little bit of a run-pass option he had there, and that's one of the things you can run out of that read option. He gave that fake inside dive, and he went to the outside, and if the pass was there, he would throw it. If it wasn't, he'd keep it and run it.
Now, hesitates. Tries to do a screen to the opposite side. That quarterback is number 28, DJ Boyd from Midland Valley. He was looking for Xavion Johnson.
Brings up fourth down.
And it's fourth down.
Midland Valley, that's another school across the state line.
A couple of South Carolina kids here today. And it's going to be fourth and short. And it looks like they're going to roll the dice and go for it here. It's David Bramble setting up next to Boyd in the backfield. We're talking about this. Very hard to go fourth and short when you're going from the shotgun. However, the draw to Boyd will net the yardage he needs to move the chains to the 29.
There you go. Bramble kind of toughed his way on through there to pick up that first down out of Augusta Prep, David Bramble.
So Bramble, again, all these kids are seniors. This will either be their final game in the high school. Well, they will be their final game in high school uniform, so hopefully some of them might get scholarships or walk on next season wherever they wind up. Rolling, getting out of trouble is Boyd, and he's going to have to step out of bounds at the 28. Won't pick up much, maybe lose a yard.
Yeah, I think he might have lost about a half a yard, maybe a yard on that play. You know, you can see the distinct difference between the first game where they barely threw any passes, the second game where the quarterbacks were getting out there and trying to throw. You know, they had a pretty decent passing game, and now first 4 or 5 plays are passes.
Wind kicks up here as we get into sundown. Boyd scrambles, rolls to the top side. Now he'll cut and get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe get an extra yard. 73 degrees is your game time temperature, which is a definite change over what we started out as when we were in the 40s. So now it's going to be third down and maybe 7.
You got to love Georgia right now. You know, here it is, third week in December, 70 degrees.
Yeah, first day of winter is looming on the horizon, the winter solstice. I think it's in 3 days. Boyd's going to throw for it, and didn't get it cleanly off. He was looking for Deveris Orston, wide receiver out of Josie. And that'll bring up 4th down again. He's going to have to, and this will be a punting situation, not nearly as close as it was last time.
Feeling a little bit of pressure up front, couldn't get the pass off. Had a defender get his hand on his arm. You know, I would love to give the kid credit who got his hand on his arm, but he has his jersey rolled up. He wants to show off his little bit of abs. Yeah, he looks like he got a gut. Want to show off his abs.
And the Nationals are going to call an early timeout with 10:04 remaining. Got some good players here today for the Senior Bowl. Got Holiday as an all-region player, Houston Barbie, and KJ Redfield, also all-region players for the national teams. Savon Stokes, Sam Harris, Colby Jones, Terry's Peoples, and Johnny McCullough, all-region players. So we got some pretty good quality competition here on the last high school Saturday here in the Augusta area in the state of Georgia. So we're looking forward to see all these kids in action. Again, 10:04 remaining here in the first quarter, no score. And it looks like it's going to be the Nationals' first attempt with the football on the other end of this punt. That looks like Hamp Gibbs, Dakota Gergen, number 44 from Thompson. He'll be the punter. Pretty good crowd here today, although I think the Junior Bowl had a little bit more in the stands. It's an up punt, bounces over the head of Martrell Beal. He finally fields it on the run the 20, trying to get loose, but here comes a load of white jerseys. Just bounced over Beal's head. He's from Grovetown High. Him and his twin brother Montel. I'm sorry. I think that was Montel Beal. I'm sorry. I think they flipped numbers. So Montel Beal from Grovetown and Martrell Beal also from Grovetown. I think Montel is now number 5 and Martell is number 1.
Yep. Montrell is 5 and Montel is 1.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the national squad. Their first time with the football here in this All-Star game. Here's the first play. It'll be a draw. Going to number 22, Jerachias Freeman from McCormick. Your quarterback is number 19, Sean Owsley from Glen Hills. And Freeman will get 1 to the 21, bring up 2nd down with 9:34 remaining here in the opener.
Kirkland Montgomery from the American team. He was the first one in the backfield on that play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 21. Here on SUVtv, 3rd game of our triple header. And they'll call that play dead due to motion. Owsley looks a little undersized. You'll also see time as a cornerback, and this is going to be on the American, so that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, first game we were very cold. 2nd game we were very warm. And now we're just going to be a little bit of probably just in the middle, nice little temperate. Now that the sun's gone down behind some clouds, it might cool off a little bit.
I think this is the baby bear. We're just right.
Exactly. 2nd down and about 4, ball in the middle of the field. This is the national team. They're going right to left across your computer screen here in the first quarter of action. Draw play. And that's 22 Freeman. And you won't get much. Helmet comes off of one of the Americans. I believe that's Jarkovan Clark, the middle linebacker from Warren County. He's going to have to exit after losing his headgear. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 play. As we have 8:19 remaining in quarter number 1. Started at 11. And here we are a little bit after 4:30. Going to throw. And it's a clean, crisp pass to Kevon Ross. And Ross will get a 1st down.
Reception to number
at the 33.
You know, nice pass, he ran a simple little 8-yard hook route, and boom, right there, quarterback hit him as soon as he turned around.
Just enough to get the first down yardage, so the chains will move at the 33. Second first down this drive for the Americans. For the Nationals. Nationals 0 for 2 here today. Looking to at least get one of this triple header. This is the 6th annual CSRA All-Star Game weekend. And we're coming to you live from Evans High in northeast Augusta.
Called by the Nationals.
And the Nationals are going to call a timeout. And speaking of nice big people on the line, look at number 55. Trying to get a number, trying to get an identity on him.
He's a big boy.
He is. Actually, that might be 52, Johnny Brackley from Jefferson County. So again, I want to tell you that this broadcast is a presentation of SUVtv, and we're brought to you by www.internetauto.outlet.com. Go to that website, sign up for our holiday giveaway, submit your email address on our blog, and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. We're also brought to you by Sports Academy South, Incorporated. They utilize fundamentals as the catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Visit www.sportsacademysouth.com. So after the first down and timeout, ball on that right hash as we look at it, direct snap and a draw for Owsley. And Owsley will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 44.
And see, a play like that, that's when you're quarterback, you have to have faith in your lineman. He had 2 linemen pulling in front of him, but he cut behind the lineman. And if he would have stayed behind that guard, he would have had some real estate to work with toward that outside.
Jalen Watson, number 22, cornerback for Laney, was one of the 3 people there. So it's 2nd and 10 with 7:04 remaining. Again, they're being very liberal with the clock here in these All-Star games. They split out 2 to the left side, 1 up top. And Owsley's going to go over the middle and wide open in stride. And that's number 30, Dylan Jordan.
Way to hit the big tight end across the middle.
That's a big target out there. Hard to miss. So Dylan Jordan with the reception into the American territory at the 43.
It's funny, they have Dylan Jordan listed as a quarterback on our roster, but he's definitely a big boy. He definitely looks like he can be a tight end.
And Dylan Jordan gets the reception. So 1st and 10 at the 44 for the Nationals driving. Owsley hands off to Freeman, and Freeman will pick up 2 to the 42.
And, you know, that's another thing you notice about about this Senior Bowl. You know, you have a lot of these guys realizing this is probably the last time they're going to play full contact football in their whole life. So they're out here laying the pass. They're hitting hard. It's a lot more aggression in this game than it was in the previous 2.
Yep, a lot of pent-up aggression here. So it's 2nd down and about 9. They're going to put Ross in at the left side. Savon Stokes moves to the right. Owsley is in the silver helmet representing Glen Hills. And caught in the backfield is Freeman. And somebody lost a headgear, and I think that's Jarkovan Clark. He lost it earlier in this drive, so he needs to get a better chin strap. He needs to check his equipment gear because he needs a better chin strap or something so that helmet doesn't keep flying off. And it's 3rd and 11 with 5:15 remaining in quarter number 1.
I think that was Jonathan Lattimore on the tackle, the big defensive tackle, got in the backfield to shut things down. The big boy, Jonathan Lattimore, out of Laney High School.
A lot of kids from Laney here today, and Glen Hills and Grovetown, Jefferson County, Richmond, Greenbrier, Lakeside, Evans, all again some South Carolina kids as well from North Augusta, Midland Valley, all over the CSRA area. 3rd and 11. Owsley's got time. Winds up, throws, looking for a man in double coverage, and tipped away at the last second.
Great defense over there. Who is that? Number 20, Zachary Johnson.
Yeah, from Midland Valley, just got a hand on it to tip it out of the way of Savon Stokes. And it's going to be 4th and long.
And, you know, that's one of the things I was talking about in the last game. You know, being a great DB, it doesn't mean you have to get every interception. It means that when the ball is out there, you just have to prevent your wide receiver from catching it.
And do it without drawing a pass interference flag.
Yes, sir.
So 4th down, and a timeout called by the Americans. So the Americans will call a timeout because I think they were a little unnerved because Owsley, the quarterback, was set up to punt. And it's always a little unnerving when you see your quarterback out to punt and you're thinking, okay, is he actually going to punt it, or has he got a play in mind to try and pick up the 11 yards?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of coaches are starting to be a little bit more reckless and a little bit more forget the punt, let's go for it now. I'm seeing that a lot more than I probably ever did, having a lot of teams just saying, forget it, we're going for it, don't even worry about punting.
Exactly.
It was a team out of Arkansas. I remember I was watching an Inside the Sports episode, and a team out of Arkansas, they just said, screw it. They never punt, and they never kick it deep. They onside kick every kick, and they never punt on 4th down.
Right. They just didn't see the need for it. They figured too many bad things happen. Let's just try to keep it with what our offense can do. So here it is, 4th and 11, with 4:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Owsley is indeed going to kick it. It's high, not going to go very far. And now catching it on the bounce and racing out of bounds at the 25 is Jalen Watson, the cornerback out of Laney.
That's an all-star game catch right there. You know, if that was during the regular season and that was his regular coach, I'm pretty sure everybody would have said, get away, Peter. But nah, that's an all-star. Let me see if I can make something special happen during the all-star game.
Well, he caught it, got out of bounds, so it's at the 25 with 4:28 to go here in quarter number 1. No score. And now the Americans will take another crack at it. Again, we haven't seen an under center snap all ball game. Draw play to Holiday. And Holiday's got some room, 40, 45, and he's slung out of bounds over there on that far side.
Holiday showing the burst getting around that corner.
Well, it shows why he's an all-region player. And it's at the 49-yard line.
Out of Evans High School.
So he plays right here on this turf. And he'll get the call again and pick up a yard, getting it to midfield.
He's familiar with this area.
Yeah. Here, home of the Evans Knights. So the ball rests right at midfield with 4:03 to go here in our opening frame. No scores here from the Senior Bowl, the CSRA All-Star Game Classic.
He's one to be on the lookout. Look out for that offensive MVP trophy or the MVP trophy himself. That'll be a great way to end your high school career.
Draw play, keeping it himself, is DJ Boyd. Gets clear, and DJ Boyd is off to the races. DJ Boyd lays claim to the offensive and MVP from Internet Auto Sales with a 51-yard scamper. And the Americans get on the board first, 6-0 with 3:37 remaining.
But you know what? I want to give a lot of credit on that play to Devon Crockett. Devon Crockett was a wide receiver, and it was his job to crack black on that defensive end. Well, he got the worst of it. Trust me, he got the worst of that block. But if it wasn't for that crackback block, he would have never made it to the end zone. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your body for the team.
So point after opportunity coming up, and the Americans get on the board, but they're going to call that play dead because of motion. It was good anyway, but it's going to be on the Nationals, so they'll get a little closer chance for this extra point. They'll go half the distance and give Dakota Gergen a slightly closer shot at it. So this will be just a 20-yard chip shot right now for Dakota Gergen. Holder is Ethan Ennis, a wide receiver from Midland Valley. And easily extra point. 3:37 left here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 American over the National here at the Senior Bowl CSRA, presented and powered by SUVtv. Well, Gergen now on to kick it away as the Americans take a 7-0 lead. First time in 3 games that the Americans, well, here's the run back. Trying to get to the near side is number 3, Savon Stokes, and we got a nice little towel tackle by number 20, Zachary Johnson.
Zachary Johnson, grab onto something, hold on tight.
That's what he did, and was able to make the play.
You know, sometimes being a part of special teams, you know what you have to do. You just have to grab on, hold on, and hope the rest of your team comes out there to help you out sometime. Mark of a great special teams player.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 29 with 3:29 left on the clock here in quarter number 1. 7-0, favor of the Americans. Nationals have only led in 1 game. That was the underclassmen game when they scored first. The Americans tied it up toward the end of the quarter. Since then, Americans have led in every part of it. Owsley, here comes something from the blind side. He's going to have to move up, throw on the run.
Ooh.
And incomplete. Looking for Dylan Jordan again. And it'll be 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 29. They break the huddle. Jordan is that big tight end. No, he's on the line on the near side. Owsley fakes, fires into no man's land. Looking for Xavier Middleton, wide receiver from McCormick.
And Middleton was running down the middle of the field, and, you know, he saw the ball come out of nowhere. Like, hey, was that supposed to be to me?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, quarterback, got to get it close to me.
So that'll bring up 3rd down from the 29. Owsley, short drop. I think that got tipped as he was looking for Ross.
A little bit of miscommunication on that play, too, because the wide receiver was still running straight down the field. He was running straight down the field, and that ball was behind him.
Well, it's going to be a 3-and-out now for the Nationals, so the Americans will get it back in pretty good field position, as they were unable to do anything, even get any positive yardage out of that drive. Nice snap, nice kick for Owsley. And again, it's going to hit in the middle of coverage and be down at the 42. And that's where the Americans will take over with their second possession. They're already up 7-0 in this matchup here in the CSRA All-Star Senior Bowl.
I think now the beginning of the game, the big hype fest, everybody jumping around at the beginning of the game is kind of worn off. And now it's time just to settle down and play some real football. Can only go off of emotion for so long.
That's true. First and 10 at the 42, ball in the middle of the field. Here comes the American team, all in white. They're up 7-0. It was a 52-yard rush by DJ Boyd. Now let's see what they do here. And they'll stop the play. Motion. It was just a jet sweep end around. He was looking for DeVaris Orston out of Josie. It'll be against the Americans. Back him up 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 to the 37.
And you know, that's just a casualty of the teams just not knowing each other, you know, being an all-star game, and you only have a week to prepare. That's all that play was.
So now Boyd on 1st and 15. Quick strike. Complete. To number 21. That's Ethan Ennis from Midland Valley. He'll get 5. And it'll be second down and about 9. So Ennis gets it to about the 44, so second and maybe 8 then. Boyd, looking. Now go on the move and have to get out of bounds at the 41.
And see, right there with Boyd, what you would like Boyd to do when he scrambles that far and he's that far out that pocket, just throw the thing away. Because right now you got a loss of yardage. You know, they lost about 3 yards on that play because he just didn't. Sometimes you just got to get rid of the thing, you know. You know you don't have anybody open.
And you can't get back to the original line. 3 up top, 1 at the bottom. And that's where Boyd's looking. He fires a bullet, and it's complete. Looking for Orston, gets him. That's a first down at the 44.
Great hit by Timothy Seals out of Warren County, coming up from his free safety spot to lay the lumber.
But Orston hangs on, so it's a first down. As we get close to the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. 3 to the near side. Each team employing a spread offense. Orston with a little safety screen, and he has to throw it away. Got caught from behind, and got a nice little push by Shaheen O'Neal from Grovetown, number 83.
Yeah, the big man came off of the defensive end unblocked. You know, that should have been a quick pass to the outside, and he just showed he was a superior athlete by getting to the quarterback that quick, because in a play like that, it's not even designed to block that defensive end. So you show that you're a superior athlete, good things happen.
Well, they're going to call it a sack. So it goes back across the 50 to the 47. Loss of about 9. Now, Boyd fires in stride. Caught. Number 35, Gabriel Brown out of Laney. Gets a lot of the yardage back to the 40. It'll be third down and about 4. Third down and about 6.
And, you know, here's a component that's been missing from the past 2 games are passes across the middle. We hadn't really seen the middle of the field used that much in the past 2 games, but in this game, both quarterbacks, they're working down the middle of the field.
So third and about 6. Boyd, here comes pressure. He'll launch it and overthrows his man. He was looking for Brown again.
Pass falls incomplete.
That'll bring up 4th. So he's going for it all there on that last third down play.
Boyd has a real strong arm. It's just, you know, it's nice to have that strong arm, but you got to have that touch to go with it. And he had plenty of time to sit back there and launch that thing, but you got to have that touch just to go with it.
4th down. They're going to go for it here at the 40. Got to get to the 34. Boyd will scramble, will roll, going the other way, still rolling, and it's complete. And tiptoeing down the line, and I think that will be a first down. It will be, goes out of bounds just on the other side of the marker. So it moves the chains, a good pass and a good completion.
Devon Crockett, great catch over there on the sideline, and then to do the little tippy-toe act. Walk the tightrope down the sideline to pick up that first down. Big play on 4th down.
He's out of Thompson. So 1st and 10 at the 34.
Oh, nice cut.
Nice cut by Holiday. And Holiday will pick up 1 or 2. And it'll be second down and about 8.
Number 4, Holiday with the carry.
The all-region player out of Evans.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
We're under a minute, 46 seconds and counting left in the quarter. 7-0, favor of the Americans. And they're on the move. Boyd had a 52-yard rush for the only score in the game. Now on second down and long, he'll go with Holiday again. Holiday crosses the 30 to the 27.
Holiday on the inside run.
Right now, I like what the American team coach has done. You know, he's thrown some quick passes and quick looks to the outside, getting everything to the outside. Now he just tried to punch it straight up the middle, because truth be told, the American team the national team isn't getting any push up the middle. So as long as he can keep attacking the middle, attacking those defensive tackles, I like that.
last play of the quarter if they get it off in time, and they're not going to. So that does it for the first quarter, and the Americans, with a 7-0 lead over the Nationals, will have the second quarter after this here on the CSRA All-Star Game Weekend, powered by SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
And as we start the second quarter, let's send it down to Danny.
With the American team leading 7-0 to close the first quarter, the national team isn't trying to lose any of its momentum. Just moments ago, coaches came over to the players and said, look, guys, we need to remind you guys of your assignments because you're still in this game. They're trying to strike back right here. To start the second quarter, they have to get a stop right here. And the energy has kind of changed on this field. It started out really high energy, both coaches and players on both sides. And right now, this national team is trying to figure it out. And these guys are seniors. This is their last time to make a mark on this season. And you better believe that they're not trying to go out and give up anything easy. So look for the national team to strike back right here. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Danny. It's third down. And looks like we're going to have a first down on a penalty. So a motion penalty against the Nationals will give the Americans the first down at the 23 as we start quarter number 2. Now, Boyd's running for his life, making the corner. He's going to try to get out of bounds. He will. Picks up 1 or 2.
Boyd has been on the move all game. He's, on those passes where he's rolling out to the side. But, what I like about him, he's managing to find some of his receivers on all those passes where he rolls out. I like that.
So it'll be second down at 8 with 11:53 to go until halftime. We just start the second quarter here. 7-0, Americans on top. Boyd's been the quarterback the whole way. He's got 3 to the near side, and that's where he's going to go, to the slot receiver, Devon Crockett. And Crockett will get a couple as he stayed in the backfield to get that safety screen, and he'll get to the 15. So it's third down and about 4. From the 15, Boyd looking to the top. That's where he's going. Ooh. On a little slant. And he was going for, looks like he was going for Holiday. Not there.
On a play like that, that's when I want my wide receiver to sell out. He has to sell out for that one.
And that'll bring up fourth down and short. Fourth down and short. Boyd looking, got a receiver out there on the flag, and it's complete. That's a first down to number 21, Ennis.
Number 21, Ennis on the reception.
And it'll be first down in from the 10.
First and goal is one of those dangerous situations. Well, not dangerous situations, but interesting situations for the coaches.
11. There's the draw to the near side. Holiday, he slips, was able to keep his feet, slips again, and cannot get to the end zone, pushed out at the 2.
When I was down there walking on that field, like I was saying earlier, considering this is,
Takes it down to
the middle of December, the field is in great shape. You have a few divots and a few bumps down there because this is the third game of the day. But I think a lot of these kids, they're not wearing those long cleats. The grass is kind of long. They're not wearing their long cleats. If you're wearing those short cleats, that's why they're not getting much footage.
Well, Boyd will take it himself, and he should get in. Did he break the plane?
Ooh, they're going to mark him on the half-yard line.
And marked him on the half, so he's not going to get credit for that touchdown.
Takes it down to the 1 yard line.
But they're knocking on the door. And it'll be 3rd and goal.
And he missed this receiver. He had a little jump ball in the corner. He could have tossed. Oh, great play.
Holiday gets blown up by Jeremy Smith out of Greenbrier.
Jeremy Smith out of Greenbrier with the big stop. And I got a feeling somebody close to us might know Jeremy Smith. You know, I hate to put a parent on the spot, but he's been holding the camera all game. And Jeremy Smith busts in the backfield and make a tackle, and the camera was down.
So it'll be 4th down and goal from the 3. And I believe they are going to go for it here in this situation. Up 7-0 are the Americans, trying to make it 13, possibly 14.
Timeout on the field called by
But the Americans are going to call a timeout to talk it over. After Jeremy Smith broke that play up, trying to get it in, but a good play right there. So we're going to take a little bit of a, timeout on the field, 7-0. Here from the Evans High School, temperature got in the 70s for this final game, but now sun's going down, so it should make this a very pleasant night here from Evans High School here in the northwest side of Albany. I'm sorry, of Augusta.
You know, coming up, huge play right here, 4th down. You know, ball on, what is that, the 2-yard line maybe?
Yeah, maybe the 2, maybe the 3. Now Boyd steps in. He's got Bramble right next to him. On the near side is Orston and Crockett. And they're going to go to Bramble, and they have that all shushed out. So not able to get it in on 4th down, so the Nationals will take over at their own 10.
They were waiting on that one right there. And I want to show a little bit more creativity in the play calling when you're down that far. And once again, that is my pet peeve about this spread offense and these high school offenses. Where's the fullback?
Yep, they need the fullback for that situation.
I'm pretty sure in high school you probably got a 5'7", 230-pound kid somewhere around there who can play fullback for you. Go up under the center and get behind the fullback and score the touchdown.
9:34 remaining until intermission, 7-0. Nationals get a break. They're able to hold on a nice goal line stance. Now on 1st down to the near side is number 14. That's Marky Mashall.
Short gain on the play.
And he'll bring it to the 11. So it'll be 2nd and 9. After that. Second down and 9. Going to the near side and almost intercepted.
Great defense over there. Number 22, Jalen Watson.
Jalen Watson called his name a couple of times. So Jalen Watson breaks it up, and again, he doesn't need to get the interception, just needs to put the ball on the ground and bring up 3rd down.
And, you know, that was a go route straight from the beginning. Quarterback didn't look anywhere else. Wide receiver knew coming out of the huddle it was coming to me.
Now on the run on 3rd down and incomplete. Looking for Stokes. Now bring up 4th down and a lot.
Pass falls incomplete.
You know, once again, it's another kid. I want to give the kid credit, but he's one of these guys who rolls up his jersey, man.
It's a little hard to tell who it is.
I have no idea who it was who broke that pass up.
So I think it was number 10, according to our producer. That'd be Cornell Clark, maybe?
Not Cornell Clark was number 1.
Oh, okay. Well, Kurt. Yeah.
Well, don't know his name either. That might be why his jersey's rolled up.
Here's Devontae Ryan for the kick. And the Americans are going to get a very good field position as that ball takes an American bounce and a national scramble to get it. Actually, number 10 is Josh Martin, I believe. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, it's Josh Martin, number 10. He switched. He was 57, but then he switched.
Welcome to the All-Star game. Welcome to the All-Star game where numbers are no longer numbers. There can be anything.
So 8:38 remaining until intermission. Ball at the 36. DJ Boyd back under center. He's been the quarterback the whole way. Crockett's in motion. Fakes, launches one, but it's off of his back foot and it's fluttering, but somehow it gets to a white jersey with the aid of several black jerseys. Somehow finds Gabriel Brown at the 6.
Tip drill, John, tip drill. And you know what, though? It's a reason those guys are playing defensive back instead of wide receiver. They can't catch.
But they kept it alive long enough for Gabriel Brown to get there. Low snap, and Boyd throws it on the turf. So that'll get that play dead.
Falls short. 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. So 2nd down and goal. Boyd just tried to do that little bubble screen, but unfortunately put it on the ground. Low snap, but nice draw.
Ooh.
Oh! That's a bell-ringing hit on Orston.
Who is that? It looks like number 15, Devontae Ryan.
Yeah, big hit for Ryan from Glen Hills. And it'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 5. Again, this is where the Americans got into trouble. They could not punch it in last time. They even went to a 4th down play. And it's threatening for the same thing here. Boyd in an empty backfield. And he'll dump it again, looking for Crockett.
Falls short. 4th and goal from the 5.
And that's going to be 4th down.
Hey, you know what? Looking at the line from the American team, the senior line actually looks smaller than the sophomore line. But you can tell by the way they block, you can tell they're seniors because they know what they're doing. They're providing plenty of protection back there for the quarterback. Wow.
This will be a 23-yard field goal from Gergen. And he'll put it through, learning his lesson from the last time they went for it on 4th down and did make it, although this was about 5 yards out. They decided to give Gergen a 23-yard field goal, and he puts it in. And it's now 10-0 favor of the Americans with 7:35 remaining until halftime.
Hey, it's an all-star game. Let the kicker shine also. Get a kicker some shine.
So Gergen with the field goal. And maybe the first made field goal of the triple header, and it is. We had a blocked field goal a little earlier in the underclassmen game, and we had a missed field goal in the Junior Bowl.
And that missed field goal in the junior game, I think that was only had to do with timing.
Right.
Because the field goal kicker kind of took a false step before he kicked it. He was kind of waiting on that center to snap it. And that's something with these all-star games. You're not working with your usual long snapper, holder, and the kicker. They've never worked together, so they have to develop that rhythm. A lot of people forget about the special team and the kicking part, but that's a very important part of the game. Ooh, what a kick.
Yeah, Gergen is definitely showing some leg, and it's going to be caught in the end zone. Well, a foot in the end zone by Savon Stokes. And Stokes will bring it to the 30. before they'll whistle the play dead. And this might get a flag because they were going at it long after the whistle ended. Crockett, number 18, was there. So Crockett was there, as was 12, Jalen Smith.
I think that was an all-star game rule right there, because usually in Georgia high school ball, if that ball goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he caught it with 1 foot in the end zone. But it's an all-star game, you know, let the all-stars shine.
7:23 until intermission, 10-0 now. Favor of the Americans. They extend their lead. And Owlsley dropped the football. That was a fumble. This might be an American recovery on the handoff from Freeman. The Americans will get it back
Ball is recovered by the
with
American
7:13
team.
remaining.
First down.
And the national team just can't buy a break.
No, not in all 3 games.
But a lot of it is, you know, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're doing it to themselves. It's not necessarily an American team doing it to them.
So 7:13 remaining, and the Americans get a short porch at the 29. Once again, DJ Boyd comes out to lead the offense. So DJ Boyd leading the American offense. He's got Orston with him in the backfield. Swinging out, Boyd steps up, looking over for a lead pass, and he gets it in a nice play. And Orston will get the first down near the 10.
And, you know, that was a beautiful play by the quarterback and running back out of the backfield. And, you know, quarterback felt the pressure in the pocket, and instead of running to the outside, he stepped up in the pocket and then moved to the outside. And when he felt the defender coming closer to him, he just dropped it over his just dropped it to his running back for a big-time first down.
And he led Orston, didn't throw to where Orston was, threw to where he was going to be. Now, Orston again will pick up a yard to the 9.
Short gain on the play.
So it'll be second down with 6:40 to go. 10-0 Americans. They're going to try to put some more on the board here in this Senior Bowl from the CSRA. Boyd, plenty of time, but no one's open. Now he scrambles, goes to the end zone, and unable to get his man.
Penalty marker on the play.
But we got a penalty flag down, possibly a hold.
Yeah, that's in that holding area down there. They dropped that flag around there. It's usually a hold.
And I think they're indicating it's against the Americans, and it is. So they'll redo the down.
You know, that's one of those instances where the big defensive linemen, they talk to you guys can't handle me. You got to hold me. You got to hold me. You can't handle me. Pretty sure that conversation's going on down there on the field.
More than likely. Back to the 23, second down and about 20. Again, Boyd sets up. 2 on each side. Looks to the near side. Now looks to the far side.
Oh, he missed him.
Yeah, he's got a man open. Now he's got to wind up, throw to the back of the end zone, and overthrows his man.
He missed him. He had a receiver breaking across the middle, and he had him, and he missed him.
He was going to Crockett at the end of the end zone. Couldn't get him, and he'll bring up third down. So now the Nationals are trying to get a defensive, faster cornerback in on the line. Trying to replace big number 49, River Robinson, out of Cross Creek. So Boyd steps up in the pocket, hesitates, now goes to the sideline, races up the sideline, steps out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. And that will bring up fourth down from about the 10.
Close to the original line of scrimmage.
So let's see if they decide to go for it or bring on Gergen, Dakota Gergen, for another field goal. And it looks like that's what they are planning on. Dakota Gergen will take another field goal. This will be a 30-yarder. He already just hit from 23 a little bit a little bit ago. So now he's going to try to hit from 30. High snap. Gergen gets it, makes a nice kick, and it's good. 2 field goals for Gergen, this one from 30 yards out, and the Americans extend the lead, 13-0. We'll have more after this on the CSRA All-Star Game, powered by the SUVtv.
13, Nationals 0.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company. The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcast.
But you know what? You want to give a
by
lot of credit to Gergen on that field goal, but also you got to thank his holder, Hamp Gibbs. He went up high.
Oh, yeah, Hamp had to go up really high. They're both number 44. There's the kick. It'll go to Savon Stokes at the 3. Stokes hesitates, jukes at the 15, and trying to get to the 20, spins out of a couple of tackles, and will indeed get to the 20.
Once again, that was one of the mantras of special teams right there. Hold on to them, and then hopefully the rest of your team will come in and close everything off, and that's exactly what that defender did. He just held on to the returner.
So 13-0, Nationals down by two scores. And at the 20-yard line, there he will operate.
You know, one thing I miss I hadn't seen, well, you can't really see here at Evans High School. Back where I'm from, it was always during the game, the kids would be playing their own game on the other side of the end zone.
Exactly. Owsley running. He cannot get time to throw it, so he's just going to have to eat it. Goes out of bounds at the 16, loses 4, and it'll be 2nd and 14.
I think that's kind of a national tradition.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you go, if it's enough room in that end zone, some kid's going to be playing ball down there.
So 2nd down, and I think we have a timeout for an injured player. One of the Americans is down. That's number 67, Jonathan Lattimore from Laney.
Yeah, Lattimore had a big stop on defense a little bit earlier, but he's grabbing the back of that thigh. That's around that cramp area.
Right. Well, they help Lattimore off. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. Owsley looking. Now he'll cut to the 30, to the 25, still going. And he'll get to the 27.
Big man manages to stay on his feet right there. He got stopped, stayed on his feet, kept those feet churning. Picked up another 3 yards off of that.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 from the 27. So a manageable 3rd and short play here for the Nationals. In the backfield with Owsley is going to be Marky Mashall. And Owsley's going to keep it himself. He'll get the 1st down and more to the 35.
That draw will be enough to move the chains. 1st down.
So Owsley gets the 1st, and we're under 5 minutes remaining. So 1st and 10 at the 35. Owsley looking. Here comes the rush.
Oh, pick!
Yep, interception. And this could go the other way. In fact, it will go. That's Houston Barbie. And it's an interception for a touchdown.
Beautiful play by Houston Barbie, the all-region player out of Evans High School. Beautiful pick and pick 6 and take it back to the house, young man.
That's going to go about 42 yards. Interception touchdown. And that's going to make it 19-0.
Barbie ran that ball back like he's handled the ball in his playing career sometime, man. I love that.
And Dakota Gergen with the extra point. Trying to make it 20-0 with 4:19 to go. The Nationals will call a timeout. And they want to yell at the referee some. Looks like I think they saw a flag down. Wouldn't be an all-star game unless you yell at the refs for some sort of slight.
Refs are sitting up here thinking, man, it's an all-star game. Can I get a break? Just a little break? It looks like he has the whole team over there discussing it with the ref.
Exactly. Not sure what the issue is, but again, more than likely it was maybe some sort of push-off on the play. So 4:19 to go here, and then looks like now they're talking over to the American coaches. Now American coaches have kind of come out onto the field, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Marcus Gibson, Corby Irvin. Now they're talking. Now they're getting right into each other's face. Oh, this could really go sideways in a hurry. What are you? Oh.
The coaches.
Oh, coaches right here. Now Gergen with the extra point, and he missed it wide right.
Now, if you're trying to figure out what's actually going on, if you look at these two coaches, Convey Irvin played high school ball at Laney High School.
Right.
The American team head coach, Marquez Gibson, played locally at Laney High School. These two have known each other probably their whole life. They've known each other their whole life. So that's probably what all that comes down to.
Yeah, probably. Well, they separated, so we got 4:19 after the missed extra point. And it's still 19-0 favor of the Americans.
That's what that comes down to. It's like, hey, I was better than you in high school. That's probably what that conversation was. If I was out here in high school.
Gergen's going to kick it away. He's been probably the busiest player out there with 2 field goals, an extra point, and he missed one of them. Ball goes on a line, trying to cut to the far side. That's number 46, Antonio Oliver, running back from Warren County. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Nationals. They got to just put that behind them. It's at the 39.
Ball is returned out close to the 40-yard line.
All right.
4:10 remaining.
Now it's time to see, with 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go, time to see if the black team can get something together.
I haven't been able to get something going so far today. Owsley it's not Owsley. It's going to be Corey Slater from Butler. Butler on the direct snap will get it to the near side, maybe 8 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 47. So Corey Slater from Butler. We'll be checking him out in the later stages of this second quarter. There's 3:43 remaining until intermission.
He wants to see if he can provide some type of spark to this national team. It has been a tough day for the whole national side.
2nd down and 11. Nice snap. And nothing doing. They trying to get it to Martel Beal. Martrell Beal from Grovetown loses a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. So 3rd down and 2 as the Nationals trying to come back from a 19-0 deficit. They just got an interception for a touchdown. 3rd down and 12. Direct snap to Slater, and there it is. He'll get it into the other opposing territory at the 44. Corey Slater from Butler gets the yards he needs to move the chains with 2:39 to go.
Well, if you find something that's working, you might as well stick with it.
Slater looks like he's a little bit quicker than Owsley, but we'll see how he does throwing the football. Now, 1st down and 10 at the 43. Direct snap, and Butler's going to take off with it. And he'll get out of bounds at the 41. And coming very close to a penalty is number 32 for the Americans. And that would be Dontavius Rivers from Thompson.
And Slater just took a seat on the bench. He's been working hard.
So 2nd down and 7 from the 40. 2:30 remaining until halftime. Taking their time in the huddle. Here comes Slater back out. And Savon Stokes comes out with him. And split out to the far side is going to be Xavier Middleton, number 12. They get put 3 out there. Keon Brinson, number 88's there as well. They overload that side. Let's see if that's where he's going. This will be the first pass we've seen from Butler, but everyone is covered, so he runs into his own man trying to get free in the backfield and will go down for a sack back at the 46.
Butler had nowhere to hide on that one.
Quarterback is brought down for a loss on the play.
3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13.
Got to get it to the 34. Ball's up at the 46, 47, 46 and a half. Coming out with the play is Kevon Ross. We're under 2 minutes remaining. Third down and call it 12. Split out is Savon Stokes. Way out there is Middleton. And again, a receiver coming to the near side. That's where Butler's looking. Everyone's covered. Butler's going to tuck it, and he'll get out of bounds. Close to the original line of scrimmage when we started this, so it's 4th and 10 from the 44. Clock stops with $1:26 remaining.
And you know that running quarterback just dropping in and running can only work for so long.
Well, everyone's covered, which is kind of what is forcing the matter. As we get, that's what's kind of forcing things, and a timeout called by the Nationals with 1:26 to go.
Timeout called.
We'll see if there's anything he could do in this situation. And let's turn it over to Danny down at the sidelines.
Just as the half is about to end, the national team finds themselves trailing, still 19-0. But right here, they're going to look to try to make an attempt to get a touchdown right before the half. And just an injury update, defensive tackle for the American team, Lattimore, actually ended up hurting his hamstring, but the trainer said that he's good to go. So good news there. And I'll send it back to you guys.
That is good news. Thanks, Danny. Tell us that Lattimore is okay, despite the hamstring injury.
And that's the last thing you want in an all-star game like this. You want a kid to get hurt, so now, but he's good to go.
They're gonna punt it away. Owsley comes back out to punt. And that is a free ball. And that could have gotten, not sure if it was muffed or just interfered in the halo. No flag call, so they're going to say a muff. But still, I believe the Americans came back up with it at the 16-yard line. So with 1:18 to go, 19-0. No, wait. No, maybe the Nationals did recover. And the American defense is out, so the Nationals get a break. They get the ball at the 16 after recovery of the muff punt.
And this is the deepest that the national team has been in the American territory all game.
So they recover the muff. With 1:18 to go. On first down, Slater trying to make the corner. Instead, he's pushed out of bounds. No room on that corner for him. They do an excellent job of stringing it out. Jalen Watson is the one who had to finally push him.
Now we got to find some type of other offense besides Slater left and Slater right.
Well, Slater, been the only one who's been able to do anything. So we got 1:11 now on the clock until halftime. Slater jogging back out.
Slater's in good shape.
Yeah, he is. He's gotten a lot of work here in the second quarter. Led the team down the field, but he's just doing it himself on a lot of direct snaps. So second down and 11. Slater's going to throw, but there's no one open. Now he's trying to get out of trouble, trying to get out of bounds. Now throws it toward the end zone and out of bounds.
Now that was a good heads-up play right there to throw it out of bounds. You know, he didn't lose any yardage by throwing it out of bounds, and he can live the fight again.
And he didn't take a sack, which would have kept the clock going. That's another good sign.
Now I think they're pulling him out the game. Let him get a break. Let him get a blow.
So here's Owsley back in. Owsley, number 19, from Glen Hills. So Glen Hills probably going to have to replace their quarterback next season. Sure they'll be auditioning newcomers during the offseason, spring practices, and he's going to the end zone for his big tight end, Dylan.
Beautiful.
And it's a touchdown.
Beautiful pass play right there.
Dylan Jordan with the reception, 16 yards, and the Nationals are on the board.
I'm talking about he threw that over-the-shoulder fade. That was perfect. He dropped it right in there. You can't get much better than that.
With 56 seconds remaining, that makes it 19-6. Now an extra point opportunity, first one for the Nationals. There it is, it's up, and it's through. Nice kick by Christian Fialos, the kicker from Glen Hills. So 56.1 remaining. It's 19-7 Americans. And we'll be right back here on SUVtv. Marcus Burnett pushing the buttons here, doing a good job as field producer here today from Evans High School as we wrap up our fifth half in our triple header. 19-7, Nationals get on the scoreboard, so they're hanging around this ball game after the muff punt. Now, bringing it up is Orston, and he'll get it to the 28 with 52.3 remaining.
Now, this will be very interesting. You know, you got 52.3 seconds to go in the half. What do you do if you're over there, you're on that American sideline? You just go ahead and try to put it in the end zone, or you take a knee and go to the half?
We'll see what they try to do here.
I'm all about the aggression. I'm all about going and putting it in the end zone. Why not? And you see how deep the safeties are playing back.
Now they're coming up a little bit, playing at the moving up to the 40. As Boyd is going to go deep, but nothing's there, so he's on the move. Now he just throws a sack with 45 seconds remaining. And it'll bring up second down. Looks like we had a penalty flag called. No, we didn't. I'm sorry. Second and 10. High snap over Boyd's head. He's got to smother it, and that's what he didn't want to see happen, because now the clock is moving, and it'll be third down and long.
I came back to
Maybe now. Nationals answer with a touchdown from Owsley to Jordan. So we're at halftime. It's 19-7. We'll have more after this. The CSRA All-Star Game Series, powered by SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
keep the momentum going in the second half?
I think we're just going to try to do a lot more of what we had going on at the end. We kind of changed up a little bit, spread the ball out a little bit. We got a couple matchups we're going to try to expose. We do get the ball this half, so I'm looking forward to trying to do the same thing, and we can see if we can get some momentum going.
And how do you get your offense going? Your defense was playing pretty well. They were getting some good stops. And how do you get the offense to kind of bring that effort as well?
Well, I think defensively we kind of gotten accustomed and kind of see some of the things that they're trying to do. Some of the guys, of course, it's the first time really playing in the game together, so they're getting accustomed to each other, especially quarterback, receiver exchange, so they're finding out what guys are supposed to be on the field and how they run the routes. So hopefully we can kind of put it all together this half and come back.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
All right.
Sending it back to you all.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company. The 2016 CSRA
Last half here from the CSRA All-Star Week here at Evans High School. 19-7, Americans trying to make it a clean sweep. Nationals got something to say about that, and the Nationals are going to receive this opening kickoff to start the final half here in the third quarter. Getting the ball near the goal line now, coming to the near side. It's cut back, trying to get upfield to the 30-yard line. And unable to get past that. Looked like that was number 80. And it might be, I don't know, that's right. Looks like it's number 80, Lamar Dawson. So first down and 10 for the Nationals. They are in the black, Americans in the white. Change it from the red and the blue, which we had the first two games. So the ball's at the 30. I'm John Morgo along with Sylvester Williams. Follow him on Twitter, Sly the Sports Guy. First down and 10 at the 30. And it's going to be, again, Owlsley. He'll hand off on the draw to the back to the line of scrimmage, maybe get an extra yard.
And right now it's just so important for this drive right here for the national team just to find something that works, John. I mean, just find something that works.
That's Lamar Dawson again, so he's getting the call. Second down and about 8, just underway here in the third quarter. Again, I'm John Morgo. You can follow me on Twitter at John_Morgo, M-O-R-G-O. So you can follow all the crew here at the SUV, either at Team SUV or SUVtv. On second down, Owsley finds Dylan Jordan. That combination went for a touchdown a little earlier. That one goes for about a 4 or 5 yard gain across the 35 to the 37. It'll be third down and about 2.
I like the size on that kid, Dylan Jordan. We don't have his measurements here, but he looks about 6'4", got to be about the 240, 250 range. That's a nice frame for a tight end.
He is prototypical tight end frame. Third down and 2. Again, in the shotgun, Owsley's going to have to try to run to get those yards, but no, it's very hard to do that when you're in the shotgun. As you've been saying the whole game, the whole series, Sly, they need a fullback or some such to get those yards, but instead it'll be fourth down, and the Nationals are going to have to kick it away. And Owsley, who does double as the punter, will take on that duty.
And you know, that's just the thing that just bothers me so much about high school football now. I mean, what happened to the fullback?
Like I said, he's still there. You got to just know where to look for him.
You go to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, exactly. There's still some programs that might use a fullback set. There's a low snap and a nice kick for Owsley, who's actually done pretty well as a punter. And another dead-end punt at the 31-32. It'll bounce out, and the referee will go to the 36.
You know, it's something I'm sort of surprised at. You find in a state, you find a lot of the schools kind of mirror the close college that's around them. And, you know, it seems like almost you have three college teams in the state that run that that flex option, I guess. You got Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, and Kennesaw State. But you don't have too many high schools that run that offense in the state of Georgia.
No, you don't.
And I'm trying to think. I'm not sure who runs the spread option in the state of Georgia, the colleges, but it seems like every high school runs it.
Exactly, because they all emulate the Floridas. Now on the run is Boyd. He's just going to toss it away, and a nice catch on the sideline by one of the big defensive tackles who's out of the lineup. Big 72, it looked like.
Like Jamari Cato.
Yeah.
Shows his hands. Sometimes it's nice to give a big shout out to the offensive linemen. You know, they don't get much calls during the game, but Cato's been doing a good job down there on the line all game blocking.
So 2nd and 10, 9:43 remaining in the third quarter. American is up 19-7. They're going to do a draw to the near side.
Ooh.
And that was Latravius Holiday from Evans. And picks up some. Looks like he'll pick up about 4, maybe 5. So the referee will make it a third down and about 6 from the 40.
Martrell Beal introduced himself on that play.
So third down and about 6 from the 40. Ball on the right hash. Boyd calls for it. He's got to step up, and he slips, and he'll go down. Applying a hand tackle is number 40, Courtney Johnson. And one thing we've seen a lot of cleaner snaps in this ball game as opposed to the other two, and then I think that's the difference between the underclassmen and the junior and the seniors.
Yeah, and that I guess that was the junior game. We had about 8 snaps go over the quarterback's head.
So a lot of clean snaps here in this one.
The national team just could not get right.
Another kick opportunity for Gergen, who's actually been a pretty solid performer here. He did miss that one.
My goodness.
Unable to down it is Savon Stokes, but it hits his foot.
He's over there waving his hand.
And that's going to be a muff punt. Second one.
And he's waving his hands like he didn't do anything. Like, no, it couldn't have been me. Come on, kid. Come on.
Well, the national team recovered a muff punt a little bit earlier. Now it's the Americans team turn to get one. That comes with 8:24 left in the third.
And he's still pleading his case like he didn't touch the ball.
Well, he didn't mean to touch it. It just hit his foot. I mean, it's not like, he tried to get there.
They got bailed out.
Yeah, but it's a foul against American, so they're going to redo the putt. He'll be sure to do that, and I bet Stokes is going to be on the sideline. No, he wants to come in. He's going to come in. He'll replace number 46, Oliver.
They're going to let him go back there and see if he can return it again.
Exactly.
Coach is better than I am.
Oh, but that one's going to go way over Gergen's head, get in the end zone. Gergen's got to hurriedly do something, but he should have tried to kick it, but instead he runs out of bounds at the 16, so the Americans will get a good opportunity. Gergen made a little bit out of nothing. Could have been a heck of a lot worse if that ball went in the end zone. We just talked about how we haven't had any bad snaps, and there was one.
I think you're the jinx, John.
Yeah, apparently. So the Nationals and Savon Stokes definitely gets bailed out of that one.
I tell you what, if Jurgen would have had the heads up, just a pooch kick it, a rugby
do something
kick it.
with it. Yeah, exactly.
He
Kicking on the run.
He would have been my offensive MVP, right? He's already had 2 field goals.
Instead, it's first down at the 11.
Technically, he's tied for the leading scorer on the team.
He's got 7 points.
Well, yeah, I guess he is the leading scorer with 7 points.
With that extra point also in. He did miss one high snap, but instead it's going to be Slater. He tried to rush it in himself, but he doesn't get very far.
I think everybody in the stadium kind of knows what's coming when Slater lines up at quarterback.
Savon Holmes from Laney brings him down, but he loses a 2 back to the 14.
I think now would be a perfect time for a little tight end dump, a little jump pass with Slater in the game, because everybody's expecting Slater to run the ball. So now you just take that snap from Slater and let him take 2 steps up and then just throw it over the top to his tight end.
Well, let's see what they do here in this situation. 7:34 and counting. Third quarter action, 19-7. National team knocking on the door. And Slater bobbles it, but he's going to go. That's where he's going to Jordan.
Oh, what a pick! What a pick!
And that was number 22, Freeman. Freeman with the interception, and he runs all the way down and hands the ball to the Nationals coach.
He gives it to his old coach over there on the sideline.
Great catch by Jalen Watson. Intercepted in the end zone. And Watson is an early candidate for our Internet Auto Sales defensive MVP.
Had 2 great interceptions by the American team. One took back for a score, and the other one was a great one in the end zone.
And that was Barbie who did that one. But they were going to Dylan Jordan, like you suggested. That's who you thought they should attempt in that opportunity, and that's exactly what they did. Play stops. And I think it's against the Nationals. Timeout called by the Nationals. They want to talk this one over for a little bit. With 6:58 remaining here in the third quarter, 19-7. And they get bailed out of a potentially dangerous situation. Deep in their own territory. And we hit the 6 o'clock hour here in the Eastern Time Zone. John Morris, Sylvester Williams. Thank you for joining us. Marcus Burnett manning the producer board. Danielle Jackson on the sidelines. And Danielle brought her own chair out there, I notice. So she's doing it in comfort and style. But I appreciate all of her contributions here today, getting the coach interviews and the player interviews.
Long day of football out here, John. Long day. Been out here since 11 o'clock calling football.
Exactly. Got here, made the drive from Atlanta, left a little bit after 7:30. Probably will get home around 10. Now on the misdirection counter, that's Latravius Holiday. He'll get to the 24-25. It'll be second down.
John, I think I'm not going back to Atlanta tonight, John. I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm going home to Mama's.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I've got my day job tomorrow at 7 o'clock, so I do have to get back.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to get some sleep.
Good thing about it, when you get off the road, you're gonna hit the bed like a brick.
I hope so. I just hope I do it in my bed, not while in the car. Anyway, here's with Holiday again. He'll get the first down to the 34.
Holiday's running strong.
He is. So the Americans are going to try to grind the clock out a little bit here. They'll get the first down, get the chain moving. And we're halfway home in the third quarter, still 19-7. Both teams getting bailed out by their defense and special teams. So they've made some mistakes, but they've come back, and it hasn't hurt them. Now, going to the far side is Crockett. Crockett's got some room,
on the speed.
and he cannot tiptoe down the sidelines. He'll go out of bounds. And that will be enough for the first down. Now let's see where they mark it. He went down went out of bounds a lot farther than he finally stopped. It will be a first down at the 44 of the Nationals. So first down and 10. Again, after today in the Augusta area, it will be 243 days without high school football.
I don't know how I'm going to survive.
Again, the Corky Kell starts on a Thursday. There's some Thursday games, and that's where you get that. There's this direct snap to Boyd. He'll get the first down, goes out of bounds at the 35. And I really like the way Boyd has his presence of mind, sideline awareness to get the yards he needs and go out. We've seen a couple of very polished quarterbacks here in this contest.
And Boyd had he had the long touchdown run, I think, to start the game off, didn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, he got the scoring going, and with 3:37 left in the first quarter, made it 7-0. And ball now at the 34 with 5:31 left. Boyd gets it. He goes back. This is where it's dangerous, where he keeps going back. Now he winds up, throws, and overthrows his man. He was looking for Orston.
And he had a receiver back there holding his hand. He was waving his hands. Who was that? I think that's number 3. I'm not quite sure. He hadn't turned his shoulder to me.
It could be Holiday. No. It's, you know what it is? I bet it's 13, Bramble.
Yeah, it might be Bramble. He hadn't turned his shoulder.
No,
we're both wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Crockett. It's Devon Crockett.
Yep, Devon Crockett. Devon Crockett was wide open over there in the end zone.
I don't know if he could see him, but that would have been a hard throw for him anyway.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a tough throw to make it to Crockett.
So 2nd and 10 for us, still at the 34. And there's your draw to Holiday. Actually, I'm sorry, to Orston. And Orston gets bottled up. Actually, I think that was Tim Seals, number 8, from Warren County.
And you know the national team, their defense has played pretty well, considering they only gave up 1 actual touchdown.
Yeah, they have played pretty well. They have given up 2 field. I mean, they closed the door on when the Americans had it inside their own 10 twice.
They gave up
and gave up 2 field goals.
2 field goals. What's the scoring? 2 field goals, a safety.
No, I don't think there's
no safety.
No safety. That was in the second game.
Thinking of the last game.
Boyd, they're going to call holding. And speaking of wide open, Crockett, but he's out of bounds.
Ball is called out of bounds. Penalty markers.
Let's check the flag. I don't think this is going to count anyway. Holding against the Americans.
But let's see. It had an interception return for a touchdown and 1 long run.
Yep.
2 field goals, an interception return, miss extra point, and 1 long run.
That's pretty much it. So national defense has done very well. Their offense just has not been able to pick up the slack. They did get the one score back in the second quarter. That was the touchdown from to Dylan Jordan. They tried to connect again in the third quarter. Timeout on the field, and it resulted in an interception, which is what started this drive.
But that was a beautiful pass over the top, that touchdown to the tight end in the corner of the end zone. My goodness, he dropped that in there. He just dropped it right in there.
So timeout on the field with 4:33 remaining. The Americans on top 19-7 here in the third quarter of the CSRA Senior Bowl here on SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
So a 52-yard field goal effort by Gergen.
Oh.
And, of course, that's what they were trying to do, get the line to jump. And that'll tack 5 yards off of it. So now if they try it again, it'll be only a 47-yarder.
Well, I don't know. You had movement on the offensive line, too.
All right, let's see who they call it on. Oh, it's going to go against the Americans. Back him up 5 yards. So now it becomes a 57-yarder.
Now you hear the Boo Birds come out.
They really wanted to see him try it.
Oh!
And now they'll pull him and go for a punt.
But you know what, though? The kicker was telling his holder, put the places down. I'm still kicking it. He still wanted to go for the 57-yarder.
But he gets overridden by his coach, and instead of a field goal, he'll just kick it away to the Nationals with 4:33 remaining.
I would say fake punt it, but I remember the last time I saw a punter fake punt it in Seattle. I remember what happened to that poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Nice snap. Tried to do a Zach Cunningham almost. Anyway, caught at the 5, but he had already singled fair catch. Did Kevin Ross, so we can't advance too much or at all. And it's going to be at the 10 with 4:24 remaining.
I really wanted to see that 52-yard field goal.
I know. Gergen wanted to kick it.
Who knows? Still have time.
Mm-hmm. Referees are talking it over.
You know, 'cause I truly believe that should be a penalty. That should be a penalty. If you call a fair catch and then you play around like that, and you know, do they have delay a game in football? You know, basketball, that's a delay a game.
Right.
When you run off with the ball. But you know, in football, though, that should be a penalty. Yeah. Just for being aggravating.
Yeah, exactly. Well, ball's going to be placed at the 2. So the Nationals in the shadow of their own goal. Looks like Owsley's back in. And he's got it. He's going to throw to the near side and through the hands of Savon Stokes.
The two receivers right there ran into each other on that play. They were trying to run a little cross route. Stokes, looks like Stokes and Keon Robinson bumped into each other trying to cross each other up. And that's what threw off the timing on that pass.
Well, Stokes still was slipping a little bit, but probably should still have held on to it. So 2nd and 10 now. Owsley tucks and runs and gets out of the end zone before the white rush comes and gets him. Moves it to the 3, and it'll be 3rd and long.
He felt that pressure from the defensive line closing around him.
Mm-hmm. Certainly did. So it'll be 3rd and 12. As we wait for the Nationals to exit the huddle. Now, in his own end zone, Owsley fires the ball, looking for Jordan, and can't get him. So being up 4th down.
And you know what they did? They spread the big tight end out, and they wanted him to run about your 10-yard hook pass, 10-yard hook route. And he had body position on him, waiting, just sitting in that spot. But the quarterback just threw it too far behind him, or too far out to the right of him. Ugh. One of those things that just make you go, ugh.
Yep.
Should have had it. Now, this is when I send everybody after the punt.
Exactly, the kitchen sink.
I'm telling you.
Just kitchen sink this with 3:25 remaining.
I don't even think I would have a returner back.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And it's high but short. Takes a huge bounce and will be collected at the 26. So the Americans will have good field position at the 26 with 3:11 to go here in quarter number 3. They're up 19-7. Figure one more touchdown might possibly put this away for them as the American squad tries to sweep all 3 games here in this CSRA All-Star Week. The culmination of a week of practices. Once they got these rosters set. So it's 1st and 10 from the 26. A couple of defensive people from the Nationals trying to get out. One more comes in, one more comes out. Sam Harris thought he was going in, he comes out. Boyd keeps it himself, evades capture, runs to the sidelines, and gets out of bounds at the 22.
Boyd is fast. Boyd is fast. He is quick.
He's very elusive back there.
Oh, he'll beat you in a game of tag inside a phone booth. That's how quick he is.
So Boyd gets out of that one, 2nd down. With 2:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Boyd calls for it. Nationals in white, Americans in white, Nationals in black. And that's Devon Crockett. And Crockett, there's a late hit over there, but Crockett from Thompson will get down the line for a couple, stays in bounds. And the ball will be placed at around the 20. It'll be 3rd down and maybe 3.
Number 18 with the carry. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the American team.
So 3rd and 5 with 1:34 remaining. Boyd looking, he sees a lot of room now. He's running for his life, trying to make the corner. He does, tiptoes down the sideline, 1st down, and gets out of bounds.
Oh, and the guy picks up the 1st down. You gotta like that kid.
There's a lot to like about DJ Boyd, the quarterback for South Carolina's Midland Valley High School. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13. Clock stops with 1:20 to go here in the 3rd.
Ooh.
Yeah, little people running into each other in the back, but he's finally able to get it to Bramble.
Uh-oh,
And somebody came through with it, and the Nationals get it back. Somehow the ball ripped out, and it's going to be Jaden Patterson, I believe. Jaden Patterson, number 2, coming up with it.
Now, right now, you're down by 12. You got a big turnover. You got a momentum. This is when, well, if we had the I formation, you line up, fake the dive, send one receiver straight down the field on a 9 route, and get something open downfield. Go for the end zone. Go for the end zone, one-on-one route on the outside.
Well, ball placed at the 30. We got 1:10 remaining.
I love the play-action pass after a big turnover.
Slater back in as quarterback. Dylan Jordan split out deep on the left side. And it's going to be a direct snap, and he'll take it.
They go straight up the middle.
And
he fumbled the ball.
He fumbled it, and I think he fumbled it right back.
My goodness.
He did. Another fumble recovery. I think that was going to be recovered by Clark. Jarkovin Clark from Warren County. And the Americans get it right back with 1:04 to go.
Give it right back to him.
Make sure you get your tickets out.
That sucks.
Yep. So 1:04 to go. one more quarter to play after this. Boyd has pretty much been the only quarterback for the Americans. The Nationals have gone back and forth. But Boyd's been going the whole way. And he's going to go for it all. And
but you know what? That's what I was saying the other way around. You know, you have a big turnover. I want to see you go downfield after the big turnover. Go downfield and try to score.
That's what they did, looking for Orston. Too far in front of him. And it'll be second down.
604. If you have the winning ticket, you can go to the front gate and claim your prize.
So second down and 10. Americans not interested in working the clock. Now Orston, now he's going to go deep again, this time on a sideline route. And did he get it?
Tie ball goes to the receiver.
And that's exactly what happens. Touchdown.
American team.
Touchdown for the Americans.
That's Boyd's second touchdown pass, second touchdown of the game.
Yep. Trying to see who that is. Jersey is rolled up, so it's hard to tell. Comes with 49.7 seconds. And I think that was Orston, number 5? No, I don't think that was Orston.
Yeah, I don't get. I guess the kids don't want to have their names called.
I know, it's really hard to tell who that was. There's the kick from Gergen, and he puts it through. And it's 26-7 now with 50 seconds to go.
American team 26, national team 7.
So we'll be right back here on CSRA Senior Bowl from SUVtv. Well, 26-7 now. The Americans have extended their lead over the Nationals. We got just over a quarter left here in this Senior Bowl. Americans have already won the first two, 40-7. That was the underclassmen game. In the Junior Bowl, final of 23-8.
Now look at that big space in the middle of the field right there.
Yeah, that's a big one. Let's see if they put it in there. I don't think they're going to, but we'll see.
You got too many guys want to get back deep.
And that's where they're going to shove it.
Oh, and they kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, a little pooch kick out of bounds. Escorting it out of bounds is number 11, Saranzo Turner, the cornerback from Richmond.
If he would have kicked that same kick in the middle of the field, it would have been their ball.
It probably would have. So we got 49 seconds to go. And let's see who comes out to take the snaps here. And it will be Owlsley. They've gone back and forth between Owlsley and Slater. This will be Owlsley's turn. We haven't seen Dylan Jordan for the Americans. He's the other quarterback on that roster. Out of time now with pocket collapses. Now he's just going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man.
Oh!
Unable to make a high catch is Kevin Ross.
Pass is incomplete.
And it'll be second down for Ross. Second down. Stops the clock with 43.2 seconds remaining. Closing moments of the third quarter, 26-7 now, favor of the Americans. Owsley winds up, sideline. That's a wounded duck, but caught.
Offensive pass interference.
Yep, Dylan Jordan pushed off. Dylan Jordan pushed off Houston Barbie. He caught the ball, but it's coming back.
Yeah, he had that hand all in his back.
Pushed off to get that extra separation. Dylan Jordan has gotten the touchdown pass. Almost had another one, but it was intercepted by Barbie.
And Houston Barbie had that first.
Barbie. It was the other one.
The other.
Jalen Watson.
Jalen Watson. Okay.
So it's going to
22 had the interception.
Yeah. So they'll back him up to the 20. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 25. Now, throwing for his life. He's going to have to get rid of it. No, now he's going to have to eat the ball. To the 10. And that will make it 3rd down and about 35. But they might just let this go to the 4th quarter because we got 15 seconds remaining. 3rd and 35 for the Nationals. As we're under 10, I don't think they'll be able to get this play in. So we'll have this play when we start the 4th quarter. It's the Americans 26 and the Nationals 7. 4th and final quarter coming up here on the CSRA All-Star Game Weekend, powered by SUVtv.
National team 7. Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking, no hot pot. You know you appreciate that. Cooking up in the crock pot.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
With 1 quarter left in this game, the American team leads the national team 26-7, and it seems like the national team just can't seem to get any momentum going in their favor on the offensive end. Just as they were about to, they got a turnover and was making their way down the field, and then ended up turning the ball over themselves, and the American team was able to score. And I was over in the huddle with the team, and the coach was talking to the national team. He said, look, guys, you guys aren't playing with heart. He talked to them about playing for themselves. He talked to them about being prideful, and he told them, you guys look like you're quitting on yourselves, and don't quit on the team. They have a pretty good hill to climb right here, but if they want to get something, if they want to win this game, they have to get something going right now. Sending it back to you guys.
Well, that's exactly true, Danny. Thanks for that update. Don't want to quit on the team or quit on themselves, but they're faced with a, Danny called it a hill. It might be a mountain. 3rd and 35 from their shot of their own end zone, and rolling and throwing and falling down. And no flag is going to get called on that, as Owsley had somebody there, but fell down, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to have to probably kick it away here deep at their own 10.
Zachary Johnson came over the top to break that pass up. Good job by young man Zachary.
It'll be 4th and 10. 4th from the 10. 4th and 10. 4th from the 10. And it's going to have to be Owsley kicking in from his own end zone. And Jalen Watson is setting up at his own 48. Bringing in an extra blocker. There's the kick, And they do get it away. And Watson's going to let it hit. It's going to take an American bounce at the 40 with 11:40 remaining in regulation. 26-7 American. They have a chance to probably salt the ball game away if they can punch it in here on this possession.
Wow, looking at some of the scores from around the state, kind of got caught up. Saw IMG Academy beat Norcross in basketball. That was huge.
I think that was at the City of Palms tournament.
City of Palms tournament.
And from what I read, that game started an hour late. IMG didn't bring the correct uniforms. They had to go back to their hotel to get their correct uniforms and then come back.
You know, you figure with all the money from IMG, they probably would have got somebody to helicopter them from the hotel to the school.
So 1st and 10 for the Americans. And there's a little swing pass out of the backfield. It's caught. And still going is number 8, Tim Seals. And we got a flag down, but this is going to be holding against the Americans.
Penalty flag.
Still waiting for the penalty to get adjudicated.
Hold on the play.
Yep, it is holding, and it'll be put it back across midfield to the 48. So it'll be first down, or they'll redo the down, so it'll be about 1st and 22. Boyd.
Ooh.
And Seals will get cross midfield. Actually, that's Holiday. Cross midfield to the 48. Just keeping it between the tackles now, running the clock.
Clock is your friend. You want to go ahead and just run that clock, use that time, and get on out of here.
Exactly. So 2nd down at the 49. So 2nd at about 19. Oh, Boyd again, he's played the whole way for this American squad. Only quarterback to have done so. Ennis is in motion. They fake to Ennis. Boyd scrambling, going backwards, and he'll just throw it to Ennis, who's there, but we got a flag. Late flag thrown.
And that was way on the other side of the field, too.
Mm-hmm. That was a good play to find Ennis. I thought he was throwing it away, but he got Ennis on the sideline. But again, penalty must be adjudicated. It's going to be against the Americans. Probably hold from the, well, they put it 5 yards from the spot. So it'll be back to the 46. Still 2nd down. So probably a motion penalty at the line, 5 yards. So that'll negate that pass play to Ennis. Boyd. Pocket collapses, flush, gets out of one, scrambles, trying to use a receiver as a screen, now gets to the sideline and throws as he's going out of bounds and intercepted. Nice interception there.
Who pulled that down? Was it 11?
Let's see. Yep, that's who it was. Number 11, Soranzo Turner.
Soranzo Turner out of Richmond High.
Yep, so he picks up that interception with 9:50 to go in this contest. And we've had a lot of interceptions and turnovers in this ball game. But it's still 26-7. Nationals keep getting chances, but they just can't do anything with the football. Nice direct snap. I think we have a new quarterback. There's some.
No.
Is that a 5?
That's a 9. Yeah, that's still a 9.
Okay. Yep, you're right. It is 9, Owsley. So Owsley with the direct snap gets 5 yards to the 26.
You know, I get kind of spoiled. I've been doing basketball for the past couple of weeks, and you're sitting down there on the floor.
Right.
Those numbers are right in front of your face.
Exactly. Second down and 5. High snap, but Owsley finds room on the right side. He slipped again. And I thought he was going to get the first down easy as he crossed the 30. It might be a little closer than we thought.
Quarterback keep by number 19, Sean Owsley.
First down, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they got it. He got it there. Well, we're under 9 minutes, 8:53. So, 26-7. It's got a long way to go.
Oh, my goodness.
That one way back. And he's going to have no choice but to dive on it back at the 10.
And every time something goes right for the national team,
Yep, automatically goes the other way. Back at the 10, so second and 32. Just can't seem to string anything positive together for very long, can they? And I think Owsley is now on the bench in front of us, so this is they're gonna put Slater in. They're checking one of his ankles.
you know, we're getting close to that time of the game, trying to figure out who's the player of the game, Internet Auto Sales player of the game.
That's right. Well, Slater is going to be tackled in the backfield.
You know, I really like the job that the kicker's done.
Yeah, Gergen.
My thing is he the MVP or is he the offensive player of the game?
I'd probably be the offensive player of the game. But if he had tried that 52-yarder, that would have cinched it,
that would have
unfortunately.
cinched it.
But he did not. So Corey Slater in, the quarterback from Butler.
And then, you know, if he's the offensive player of the game, defensive player of the game, you know, my vote definitely goes to Jalen Watson for that pick six.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think Barbie had the pick six.
Barbie had the pick six.
It was Watson who had the interception in the end zone for their when Dylan Jordan was going in. Throw it over the middle, and Watson almost had an interception there.
Watson was going for 2 interceptions. That might have cemented him for the player of the game.
Exactly. Kevin Ross was the intended receiver, but he didn't cut forward.
Right now, I guess the leader in the clubhouse for me is Barbie with that pick six.
Yep, probably.
For your defensive player of the game.
Mm-hmm. We'll announce the Internet Auto Sales player of the game a little bit later. But time is starting to get short. 6:43, fourth and really long. And Watson is going to set up shop at his own 48 for this punt. And Owsley was the punter, so they need someone else to punt, and I think Falios is in, who the kicker. Owsley trying to jog off whatever that cramp was. Looks like he's getting close to being successful in jogging off. It's a short punt, rolling, takes a high bounce and right into Watson's arms, but he's brought down immediately at the 44.
It was like Watson couldn't decide whether or not he wanted to leave it alone or to get it, but it bounced dead to him. He said, I guess he figured he had to take it.
Devontae Ryan from Glen Hills with the tackle. So we're at 6:36 and counting here in the fourth quarter. A 26-7 comfortable lead for the Americans. And right now they're just going to try to hold on to the football. Again, DJ Boyd has played the entire ball game, and he might be a good candidate for the overall MVP.
He's thrown for a touchdown. He's ran for one.
So I think you got to give it to them. And usually in an all-star game, it's very rare for the quarterback to take all the snaps. And he will.
Backup quarterbacks over there looking, hey, coach, what about me?
Exactly.
Team Bramble on the carry.
And that's Bramble on the carry. Picks up 7, 2nd and 3. And he dropped it. And here comes the rush. And it was just throw it out.
Oh, great play, great heads-up play. He got outside of the pocket, and he threw it away. That's a great heads-up play.
That was Courtney Johnson, number 40, who got a hand on. They could argue in the grasp, and I think that's what the national team is arguing. But instead, it will be 3rd down and 3. 6 minutes even up. 26-7 here. An exciting day of football. Winding to a close here at Evans High School in the northwest Augusta area. CSRA putting on a good show. 3 games, the underclassmen, the juniors, and the seniors. Now Boyd on 4th down. That's a nice pass. That's complete. He finds 35, Gabriel Brown. Haven't called his name in a while, but that's enough for a first at the 35.
Wait, are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him short.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I thought he had enough.
Yeah, I thought he did too. 4th and 1. So they're going to go for it here. I would assume. Let the clock tick some more.
Let those precious seconds tick off the clock. But you know about the way things have been going this game, it wouldn't surprise me if they just fumbled the ball.
So 4th and short, and again, this is the one of the negatives of the spread offense. Very hard to get short yards, but Bramble makes a liar out of me. He'll get the first down and a lot more to the 15.
My goodness.
David Bramble from Augusta Prep gets it out to the 14-yard line, extends
Number 13,
the drive.
on the run.
He could have.
1st down.
He could have drove a tractor trailer through that hole he had.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 15. DJ Boyd will keep it himself on the counter to the 10, and he'll get out of bounds at the 8. Fake the handoff to Bramble, and we might have a little bit of jawing over there in the line. We almost had a confrontation between the coaches. That was earlier in the ball game.
2 former classmates.
2 former alumni of Laney. We're going at it on each sideline. Timeout for the Nationals with 4:48 to go. They're down 26-7, closing moments. We'll have more after this on the CSRA All-Star Senior Bowl here on SUVtv.
The 2016 CSRA All-Star Bowl Week broadcasts are brought to you by ASAP Performance, Sports Academy South Inc., Next Level Athlete Training, Lineage of Champions, and Internet Auto Outlet Company.
Well, after the timeout, 2nd and short, here's Bramble to the far side, cuts back, and will get close. I think they'll give him the first down at about the 6. Bramble keeping it on the ground from Boyd, chewing up the clock. As we get to 4:30 remaining in this one, 26-7 Americans. Going in for the score that could probably nail the coffin in this one, and the Americans would sweep the 3 games, winning all 3 of them. It's 3rd and short, does not get the first, short by about a yard. So DJ Brown sets up with Bramble to his left, splits a man in motion, and on the counter goes to Bramble. Bramble goes off left side. He will get the first down this time, past the 5 to around the 3. And the clock keeps going. We're under 4 minutes now. So I would say DJ Brown is our choice for the overall Internet Auto Sales MVP. I would give and are we comfortable giving the offensive to Dakota?
He keeps it. Yep, he kept it.
He kept it, but he won't get in going to that far side. Tackled at the 2. Again, if you're a coach, getting in, you want to get in, but what you really want to do is chew up more of the clock. So you figure this one will get under 3:30, but they call a timeout.
What do we know?
Exactly. We don't know anything. So the clock stops with 3:31 remaining in a 26-7 ball game.
Right here, second down, second and goal, ball on the 3, maybe the 4-yard line. I would look for kind of a dump pass or a fade route,
Yep, that might be a good option.
Showcase your quarterback skills a little bit. We know he can run. Let's see if we can throw it a little bit.
So it'll be second down and goal from about the 3. Americans trying to put the final touches on this contest and put the punctuation mark on high school football for the 2016 season here in the Augusta area. And we'll get together in a little less than 35 weeks to start it all up again. So coming out of the timeout, Brown splits motion. Crockett hesitated. Now he's trying to make the corner, and he'll run out of bounds. Broken, busted play. Brown tried to make something of it. Nothing was working, so he just ran out of bounds with 3:25 to go. So 3:23 on the clock. Again, Crockett splits in motion, counter, and that's going to be a touchdown for number 13, Bramble.
Feels good to let Bramble get into the end zone, man. He's been a workhorse all day.
So that's probably going to put the nail in. That's going to make it 32-7. And Gergen on for another extra point. And Gergen had 2 field goals. Wanted to try a 52-yarder, but a procedure penalty put it at 57, and the coach elected to punt in that instance. So here's Gergen. He missed 1 extra point earlier. There's the snap, and he kicked it through. So 3:15 remaining. Americans extend their lead 33-7 over the Nationals. 3:15 on the clock left in this one. Here on SUVtv. John Morgo and Sylvester Williams, Sly the Sports Guy. I want to thank you all for being with us for this game. Again, we've been sponsored by Internet Auto Outlet. Go to www.internetauto.outlet.com. Sign up for their holiday giveaway. Submit your email address on the blog page and enter for a chance to win a $300 Visa gift card. And Sports Academy South. They utilize sports fundamentals as the catalyst for life skills development, higher education, and community involvement. Train our youth to achieve the height of their capabilities, to be leaders in sports as well as life, to make a positive impact in our community and world. Visit www.sportsacademysouth.com. Fine sponsors of this SUV broadcast. 3:15 remaining, 33-7. Ball at the 40 as they're going to kick it away. And Nationals will go down in defeat. There'll be a sweep from the Americans in all 3 of these contests. There's the kick, and to the goal line. And coming out very slowly is Kevin Ross, but he's going to now speed up and get to the 27. Kevin Ross kind of took his time coming out of the end zone, but we'll get it to the 27, 3:05 to go. And let's see what the Nationals will do here. Let's see if it's going to be Owsley or Slater. It looks like it's going to be Slater. I see Owsley on the bench.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the Nationals have, well.
Oh, good block over there on the side.
Slater will just run out of bounds on the busted play. Flag. No flags down. I'm sorry, I thought I saw one.
Just a busted play. Quarterback wasn't quite ready for the snap.
I noticed a lot of lackadaisical play the last two. Either they're just not quite ready, or they're just taking it very slow. Dang it. 2:59 remaining, and it's going to be second down and about 9. (33-7). Nationals taking their own sweet time in the huddle. Now they break it. Going back is Slater. Dump pass. Complete to Dylan Jordan, his favorite target. Jordan gets to the 40. That'll be a first down.
Nice catch by the big man to go up there and pull that in.
Dylan Jordan has already got one touchdown catch. Almost had another. Keeps it in bounds at the 43.
First down.
With 2:48 remaining. Clock starts. Breaking the huddle. Against Corey Slater from Butler High. Again, we have seen 3 games and not one snap under center. He'll take it himself, trying to get behind his blocker. His blocker was Marky Marshall. And Hamp Gibbs, number 44, gets around and brings him down. Second down at the 40.
Hamp Gibbs, we called his name a little earlier. He's the one who pulled down that high snap on the field goal.
Right, and it's from a defensive end out of Augusta Prep.
Showing those good hands at the defensive end spot also.
So we're under 2 minutes to go. And I think the Nationals are just content to just run this clock out. Doesn't look like they're in any hurry to get more points on the board. So we've already awarded our players of the game, the Internet Auto Sales players of the game. The overall MVP, DJ Boyd. Defensive MVP, Jalen Watson. And Dakota...
Watson or Barbie?
Oh, I forget which one. Yeah, it was either one. I think Barbie. And speaking of trying to hold on to it and run with it is number 14. That's Marky Mashall. I think he finally held on to it when he brought down at the 45. It'll be third down and about 9 with 1:12 on the clock. So, yeah, Barbie for the pick 6 interception. And I guess we gave it to Dakota Gergen for the offense?
For the offense. Give it to the...
And those are your InternetAutoSales.com MVPs of the ball game.
Get a kicker some love.
Yep. Doesn't have... So, third down. We got about 48 seconds remaining. And going deep. Dump pass and try to bounce it in there. And again, he was looking for Mashal. Clock stops with 40.6 seconds. It's fourth down. So we'll have a fourth down play and then probably one more play after that, depending on what happens here. Well, Sly, it's been a great sloppy starting out with the underclassmen, but this game is pretty straightforward. Another dump play, and that's going to be complete to Savon Stokes, well short of the first down. And that will stop the clock and put a turnover on downs, and that will probably wrap us up. So again, Sylvester, very good working with you for this 3-game series.
Man, I appreciate it. I've enjoyed it. I had a great time watching some of these youngsters out here play. Bittersweet feeling for me. Last football game of the year for me,
Yep,
but it was
here.
a good one.
It was a good one. Well, that's going to do it. 33-7. Stick around for the postgame. Sales postgame. The awards will be awarded, and we'll have more, so we're going to go down to the field in a moment. Thank you for joining us here on the CSRA All-Star Game Series, powered by SUVtv.
Hi, it's Danny Jackson. I'm here with the Internet Auto Sales Players of the Game, and we're standing here with the offensive, defensive, and MVP players right now. And so you got Defensive Player of the Game. I'm sorry. You got Defensive Player of the Game. How important was it for you to get this this award in this type of game?
It was very important for my team because we needed to win and we wanted to show the other team that we can beat them.
Okay, thank you. And for you playing in this game, and it's your senior year. This is probably your last time playing in high school. So what does it mean to you to just come out and win this award, this offensive award?
It means a lot just to like represent your team and help lead your team to a victory. And that's what we needed, so that's what I did.
Okay, thank you. And DJ Boy, you got MVP of this game right today. Again, it's your last game as a senior. So what does it mean to you to come out here and just play hard and just really leave your mark on the football field?
It's real nice. We practiced real hard this week, and so we try to bring it to the game.
All right, thank you. Good game, guys. All right, thank you all.